What's up? Let's Sports Gamer here. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to everyone. I appreciate the views and as I slowly grow this channel. And here we go again. Brock Purdy still undefeated. Going into this game, I really truly didn't have any worries that they'll beat Washington. Washington is not they're a good team, but not a great team, and the 49ers are playing at home. But then again, this is Brock Purdy's time. He's doing it's weird because he's got 3 starts, and each start has been almost mirror image of each other. Consistently throwing 180 to 220 yards, same amount of completions, and guess what? 2 touchdowns in his first 3 starts each. And now he's getting to uncharted territory. He's the 4th person player in their first 3 starts to throw 2 touchdowns each game. He only needs 2 more to tie Dan Marino as the most with 5 in his first 5 starts. He's doing great. He's not making the mistakes that Jimmy G sometimes makes. Except for the one time, the one mistake he made this game, and you'll see some highlights, is Jennings had it in his hands, and he tipped it up, and Washington intercepted it. I don't blame that on Brock Purdy. That was completely Jennings' fault. And you see, most of this, they're starting to open up this game. I love that run. And that's that was a perfect Shanahan play right there. If it works, it's a thing of beauty. But if it doesn't work, these wide receivers are getting pummeled. And I don't like it. Here's the Jennings interception. The Purdy interception because of Jennings. That was not Purdy's fault. And I think it led to a touchdown for Washington, as you'll see here. But things are starting to open up. Shanahan's starting to open up the playbook for Purdy. He's starting to throw a little more down the field. McCaffrey, Washington has a tough defense. I think they said they went 10 straight games without allowing 20 points. I don't know. I need to check on that. But so Washington, had a tough defense. The offense was performing just enough for them to get wins. They had a lot of close games, and there's the touchdown. A lot of close games. But they're starting to slump lately at the worst possible time. Losing to the Giants last week. And this game, which was a no-brainer. Everybody should have bet on the 49ers to win this game. And Purdy, you can see he's making the throws. He's making the good throws. And did you notice what I don't know. I'm not going to pat myself in the back, but what they started to do in the last 2 games with Purdy, rookie quarterback, they rely on one position mostly. And there's the big throw down the field to Kittle. And that person is the tight end. You see a lot of rookie quarterbacks rely on their tight ends a lot. Because it's mostly in the middle of the field. They can easily be spotted. And if the coach makes good plays, they usually open in the middle of the field. 49ers defense is playing great. They stopped a goal line, Washington on the goal line, and then they stopped a quarterback sneak, which is very, very, very hard to do, stopping a quarterback sneak. But they done it. The defense is playing well. They gave up a garbage touchdown again. I don't like that. But again, on this first half, the 49ers struggled again. It seems like the first half they struggle to score points mostly. It's mostly a close game in the half. Second half, they turn it around. Their defense performs. There's a good rollout by Purdy to Kittle. And, man, he does the rest. That guy is like, he has to be the best tight end for yards after the catch in the league. Better than Kelsey. I think he's definitely the best yards after the catch. And he, like, punishes the secondary when he gets the ball. He just plows right into them. But, as I said, these last 2 games, they have been getting Kittle more and more involved. Like I said, all season. Like, why don't they throw to Kittle the ball more? I don't understand it. You have a tight end like that, you need to use him. And they weren't using him for some reason. I don't know if they wanted to keep him in for blocking purposes, to protect the quarterback, to protect Jimmy G. I don't know. But now, all of a sudden, I think Shanahan's finally starting to wake up. He needs to get Kittle involved, especially, it might be because Debo's not in there, but again, Kittle, get him involved. And Ayuk he had some good catches this game, good runs. It a little worried me about this game. It worried me a little bit because they got stalled in the second half when they got inside like the 20 in the red zone. They kicked some field goals. They need to convert that into touchdowns. The old 49ers in the day, you get in the red zone, they score touchdowns probably 70% of the time. They need to do that. They need to score touchdowns. And the old 49ers also scored first. They scored like 2 or 3 touchdowns in the first half, and they just coasted the victory. And there's the defense again. Nick Bosa. They say he sealed Defensive Player of the Year with this game here. And he should get it. People are saying Micah Parsons might get it, but I think Bosa is hands down should be Defensive Player of the Year, finally. And I'm hoping, he's not going to get it, but I wished he would get the sack record. I want to wipe Strahan out of the record book. That guy's a piece of crap person. I wish he would get wiped out of the record book. Maybe one day. TJ Watt probably should have did it last year, or 2 years ago. But this is the difference right here. This is the difference, Brock Purdy as opposed to Jimmy G. He can scramble. He actually has some speed. Jimmy G has no speed. He's like a Tom Brady. And that's the big difference they need. They need a quarterback, if they get in trouble, not to take that much of a sack, to learn to get out of the pocket and run, get any yards they can instead of taking that big sack. And too bad this didn't count, but he got like a hand on him, so that didn't really count. Again, this video is made because of Brock Purdy. 3-0. I'm excited for this season. I really think they should roll into the Super Bowl. Beating Buffalo or Kansas City might be a different story because they got great offenses. The 49ers has proved before they could stop the Kansas City offense. Maybe not this year, but they did in the Super Bowl for the most part until the second half. Because the defense, I think, got tired because Jimmy G is like 3 and outs all the time in the second half. I'm very excited for this year. I think 49ers should do good. Brock Purdy, my prediction is going to be, I think he's going to be starting next year over Trey Lance. I think they're going to trade Trey Lance. Seeing this performance these last few games, I think they're going to trade Trey Lance and keep Brock Purdy for next year. And my other prediction is Carson Wentz will be starting for Washington next game. Heineke, he didn't have that bad of a game. He had a couple of miscues, but it wasn't that bad. And they pulled him just to see what Wentz could do, and Wentz led him to a touchdown. And so he's going to be starting next year. And there's the touchdown from McCaffrey to end the game. So I hope you guys enjoyed that game. I sure did. Please comment, like, subscribe. Thanks.